Hi, I'm Charlotte from the Epic Squad, and this is a video of me drawing one of those chibis that some people from the Epic Squad has as profile pictures on Facebook, because I am the one who draws them. This one is for Dean. He wanted to have a drawing of himself riding a rocket shaped like a chess piece. He also wanted a cape, but I decided no. And also, Ellie wanted him to be a confused safari man because Dean has this talent. He never knows where he is or where he's going. He's always lost. So this is my sketch process. I start by making some really weird sloppy lines and odd shapes, and then suddenly it turns out to be a person. Magic. And now I have started inking, so now it will start looking like an actual drawing soon. You'll start seeing what it's supposed to be. For this drawing I'm using Paint Tool Sai, which is a digital drawing program. Yeah, I really like that program. It's smaller than Photoshop and it's cheaper than Photoshop, but it's not quite as good as Photoshop. But I like it a lot. The Epic Squad, or the Squad of Epic, I just call it the Epic Squad, is a group of people who are going to Aberystwyth University. Most of us are freshers, but we also have other awesome people like Will and Sam, who are not freshers but are second and third years. As you might have guessed, I am doing fine art. I love to draw. Oh, here comes the colors. When I do colors, I create those layers underneath the line art layer. And then I start with the darkest color and then work my way up to the light colors. Making the new layers underneath the old ones, so I don't have to worry about staying inside the lines when I have reached a certain point. I am from Norway, as you might have guessed that I'm not from the UK based on the accent. So I'm really looking forward to moving out of Norway and go to Wales. Norway is horrible in the winter. I mean, it would be nice if it was just like for a vacation or something, but when you live here, it gets it's too much. The winters are so long and so cold and dark. It's dark when you leave in the morning, and when you come home from school in the evening, it's dark again. So you don't really get to see the sun. And it gets really depressing. So I'm looking forward to the rain. To rainy winter. That'll be good. Still laying down the flat colors here. And this is not me drawing in real speed, as you might have guessed. I have speeded it up a lot to fit into, well, a length that you would actually watch without getting too bored, because the only entertainment you'll have is watching this and listening to me speak, and that's not really interesting, I guess. But I asked people if they wanted commentary or if they wanted music or just silence, and people seem to want to hear me talk. But there's not really a lot to say. I draw sketch, and then I draw on top of the sketch and make it look nice. And then I fill the flat colors, and when I'm done with that, which I am now, I start shading. And shading is the fun part. But it's really, I find it really difficult to choose the right colors. I'm not very good at colors at all. I think my thing is shapes rather than color and lines. But colors and lines is something you need to make shapes though, so currently it's almost 3 in the morning over here in Norway, so I'm really tired, although I have gotten used to staying up later now thanks to Will and Ellie and Marius, mostly Will. So the world suddenly stops making sense when you're tired. So it's really hard to come up with something clever to say about this. Other than, ooh look, I'm shading. And adding highlights. When I'm shading, I usually start with the largest parts. Like in this case it would be either his clothes or the chest piece, but sometimes I just have to start with skin, because the skin is the most fun part. But starting with the biggest shapes will make it easier to see where the lights and shadows should go later. Because I always like to work from general to specific. I find that's the best way to do things. Because then you don't have to go back and fix the thing you did first because you did something different with the thing you made last. I'm not making a lot of sense, am I? But if you go from general to specific, then the picture becomes more a whole. Yeah. I don't know if I'm making sense. Oh. Today, since it's way past midnight, there are 24 days until I start my road trip from London to Bristol to Cardiff with Ellie, Monique and Marius, and I'm really looking forward to it. And there are 25 days until I arrive in Aber, and I can't wait. Oh look, I'm almost done with the picture. Just saving it and resizing, and it's done, but I forgot one part of the picture. I forgot that he is in fact riding not just a chess piece but a rocket shaped like a chess piece. So I forgot to add the fire behind it. But that I added that later. So it's here in the final piece. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I wasn't being too awkward with the silence, since I'm tired, and I hope it made some sense and that you could understand what I'm saying and that I didn't make too many mistakes. English is not my first language, okay? Yeah, I hope you have a good night or day, morning, whatever it is. Thank you all for watching.